Is a Modi-Trump meeting on the cards at the upcoming ASEAN Summit? United States President Donald Trump and Prime Minister Narendra Modi are likely to attend the upcoming ASEAN Summit to be held in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. The summit is planned for October 26th to 28th this month. Will that come as a Diwali gift to smoothen the strained India-US relationship? There has been no official confirmation given from the Indian Foreign Ministry on travel plans of PM Narendra Modi for the ASEAN Summit. However, reports from Malaysia confirm the presence of both President Trump and Prime Minister Modi at the upcoming summit. This comes even as Pakistan Prime Minister himself admitted that the US saved Pakistan from utter destruction, as the Indian Air Force and Indian Army launched an onslaught after the Pahalgam terror attack by a Pakistan-backed terror group.
The war could have escalated to a level. Who would have lived to tell what happened?
Host and Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim spoke on the importance of this ASEAN summit in an increasingly volatile world.
The eyes of the world will be upon us.
Prime Minister Modi could still skip the event at the last minute, considering that an India-US trade deal has not been reached yet. A trade deal and the lifting of 25% unilateral tariffs would signal a victory for India and set the stage for a Modi-Trump summit, in which President Trump is sure to once again claim credit for stopping the India-Pakistan war.
To first stop war between India and Pakistan.
So it will be interesting to see if Prime Minister Modi actually agrees to meet President Trump, even though a trade agreement is not in place yet.
I said, if you guys want to fight a war and you have nuclear weapons, I'm going to put big tariffs on you both, like 100%.
One meeting that will not happen for sure is a Trump-Xi Jinping meeting, as the Chinese president has decided to skip the event amidst intensifying trade war with America. Just days ago, China unilaterally imposed restrictions on export of rare earth minerals to America, especially those for defense purposes, arguably targeting America's military advantage. In turn, President Trump has threatened to impose 100% tariffs on China. Malaysian High Commissioner to India, on being asked whether President Trump will attend, claimed, quote, "Based on previous discussions, President Trump has indicated that he will be attending. Of course, we are prepared to host all the leaders, including President Trump."
President Trump has mentioned that he will be attending.
Similarly, the White House has confirmed President Trump's participation. Global leaders that are expected to attend the summit include Chinese Prime Minister Lee Kuan-yew, Brazil's President Lula da Silva, and South African President Cyril Ramaphosa. The ASEAN is an association of Southeast Asian nations and is a group of 10 countries founded in 1967. Its member states are Brunei, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, the Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. India, China, and the United States are not members, but they have been traditionally invited as friendly observers. China's President Xi Jinping is skipping this year's summit not only due to the escalating trade war with the US, but also President Trump's alleged power play in the ASEAN. Reports suggest Trump is attending only on the condition that he gets to preside over a ceremonial peace agreement between Thailand and Cambodia, with no physical intervention by China during that ceremony. Is this the US's attempt to sideline China in its own backyard? The White House, though, denied any explicit request on the peace deal as the basis for President Trump's attendance. A senior official from the White House stated, "The president is negotiating this peace agreement, but this was not identified as a condition to attend the summit. The president negotiated this peace deal. China hasn't played a role in these negotiations," unquote. President Trump's main preoccupation these days seems intervening in global conflicts, and calling himself a mediator or a peace president is something that is not hidden from the world. Several times he has claimed to have solved the India-Pakistan war, even though India denies its decision to accept Pakistan's ceasefire request was based on US mediation. Trump also claimed that he would solve the Russia-Ukraine war in one day. However, it continues nearly a year into Trump's presidency. Yet, one cannot deny President Trump's role in the Abraham Accords and now the Gaza Peace Summit in Egypt. Arguably, however, President Trump should also focus on America's internal conflicts, ranging from hate crimes to gun violence, racial violence, and most recently, federal government shutdown. Coming back to the possible Modi-Trump meeting that could be expected with all the circumstances pointing towards it. One of them is Modi meeting the newly appointed US Ambassador designate to India, Sergio Gore. The meeting can be seen as crucial development between both the leading democracies of the world amid the trade tensions that is a major concern for both the sides. Following that meeting, Prime Minister Modi posted on X, "Glad to receive Mr. Sergio Gore, Ambassador Designate of the US to India. I am confident that his tenure will further strengthen the India-US Comprehensive Global Strategic Partnership." Unquote. Before his meeting with the Prime Minister, Sergio Gore also met India's Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar, where External Affairs Minister informed that the two of them discussed India-US relations and global significance of their partnership. Jaishankar tweeted, "Pleased to meet Ambassador-designate Sergio Gore of the US today in New Delhi, discuss the India-US relationship and its global significance. Wish him the best for his new responsibility." During Sergio Gore's meeting with Prime Minister Modi, what really grabbed the attention was the photo or the portrait he shared with the Indian Prime Minister. The US ambassador handed a framed portrait of Prime Minister Modi on the podium alongside President Trump. The portrait had a message conveyed by President Trump to PM Modi which stated, "Mr. Prime Minister, you are great," followed by Trump's signature. President Trump sending a message to Modi and calling him great is nothing new. Sergio Gore says Trump considers Modi a great and personal friend. Earlier in September, President Trump had called PM Modi and wished him on his birthday. Still, Trump's hardball on trade and unfair 25% tariffs on India's oil imports has left New Delhi cautious in its approach towards the United States. Trump, while describing India-US trade relations, had earlier stated, "Their Prime Minister Modi has just left the US. He is a great friend of mine, but I said to him that you're a friend of mine, but you've not been treating us right. India charges us 52%, so we will charge them half of that, 26%. Unquote. The relations between US and India are stuck in limbo. Apart from trade deadlock and tariffs issue, the H-1B visa restrictions have further complicated matters. Amid this diplomatic standoff, this sudden expression of friendship from Trump towards Modi could just be mere courtesy or be treated as an icebreaker. Meanwhile, India-US trade talks continue in the background and official claimed the US team is visiting for a 6th round of talks. Union Commerce and Industries Minister Piyush Goyal, during his visit to Abu Dhabi for the UAE-India High-Level Joint Task Force on Investments, stated, "The US discussions with the Assistant USTR happened 2 days back. They were productive and are working on the right track. The US relationship is a very strong, comprehensive strategic partnership between two friendly countries." The Trump-Modi meeting is a much anticipated event in normal times, and the next one gains even more significance. Even though there are all the possibilities that the two leaders will cross paths at the ASEAN Summit, Trump's unpredictable diplomatic style can surely make things difficult. According to a senior government official, quote, "President Trump and his office are probably looking at Prime Minister Modi meeting him before a deal is announced, but that's not how Indian system traditionally works. Ideally, the two leaders would talk only once the deal is done." Unquote. India and the US are natural allies with similar geopolitical challenges, with significant trade and cultural ties. However, Trump's claims on mediation in the India-Pakistan war did cross New Delhi's red line.
But it has to be an understanding where our bottom lines, our red lines are respected.
With Trump unlikely to climb down from his claims, finding a middle path without a trade deal in place seems nearly impossible. Still, the ASEAN Summit does provide an open window for both the leaders to meet and find that middle ground. But what do you believe? Should Modi meet Trump before an India-US trade deal and before America lifts 25% additional tariffs? Leave a comment with your opinion, hit the like button and subscribe to Inconnect News.